Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, we are diving into fragrances that are flankers that are actually better than the original. So for me, I'm not a huge flanker girly, but over the years, I have accumulated some really beautiful original fragrances. And for some reason, a flanker or two, definitely draws me in every now and then. So I actually want to give you fragrances that I'm telling you the original ones are perfection, but some kind of way they have figured out a way to make the flanker even better than the OG. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. So the first fragrance on today's list is one that I have talked about a couple times in the past, but it's time to go ahead and highlight the beauty of Vanilla Powder Extrait again. I was a fan of the original one. I'm telling you, I love the fragrance. It was very powdery, of course, very vanilla forward. The coconut was giving coconut, but it also wore in a truly unique way compared to any other vanilla in my collection. And when they announced the flanker, the Extrait was coming, I really didn't know what to expect, but I decided to just go ahead and take a chance on it. I got a sample and it was immediate love at first sniff. So Vanilla Powder Extrait is going to absolutely give you remnants of the original. One thing I can say about this list today is that you are getting a true flanker of, I know sometimes, especially in the designer market, they start releasing these flankers or the intense, and it is a huge deviation from the original one. But for the most part, these that we're talking about today are tried and true flankers. So chances are, if you love the original one, you will love the flanker that we're going to discuss today. All right. So Vanilla Powder Extrait is different because you're going to take out that heliotrope, which is actually a little make or break in the first one for a lot of people. So it's going to be less powdery and it's going to be a lot warmer and richer because you have replaced it with a gorgeous tonka bean note. And as we know, tonka bean can also give a powdery, facet to a fragrance, but in a very different way from something like a heliotrope. So it wears a little denser, a little sweeter, a little richer, and it is a warmer take on the original vanilla powder. And for that reason, it's going to be perfect for this time of year. So if you own the original one, keep that one for spring and summer. This one right here, this is the vanilla powder you pull out for the cooler months. And this is one I just cannot wait to continue to indulge and enjoy, since we are literally having a 30-degree day here in Georgia. How about that? So Vanilla Powder, the Extrait, has notes of vanilla, tonka bean, coconut powder, musk, and Palo Santo. A lot of similar notes, but again, the biggest difference is going to be the tonka bean. So if you love the original one, chances are you will love this one even more. Again, Vanilla Powder, the Extrait from Mati Premier. Oh, and before we go on to the next fragrance, I want to mention a new lip product I'm wearing today because chances are someone's going to ask me. It's actually from Libre Tinted. This is the first time I've tried anything from this brand, brown girl owned brand. And whoa. Okay, I think we have something that's going to rival the Fenty gloss, you guys. This is in the shade Caramel Glaze. I don't have anything else on my lips other than this, and this lasts so long and it's so juicy and glossy. Okay, I just wanted to mention that. So let's get back into the fragrances. So the next one I want to talk about is a newer release from Lattafa. Now I know the Yaras, they have lots of flankers, but I really do think that they wanted to give a true flanker of the original Yara in an Elixir form. So you're going to get, I would say, definitely a DNA of the original Yara, but there are a lot of differences. And I definitely feel like this is the best Yara that I've smelled today. I mean, I have not smelled the white bottle, the yellow, but I do own all three of the pinks. The first one started out as a like for me. It was definitely getting the compliments, I can't say that, but for me personally, I continue to like it less and less and less with wears, just because I did not like the way the scent smelled once it completely macerated and it, reached real maturation. And it's very powdery, musky, dry. Like I wasn't getting that, oh my God, it's strawberry milkshake, creamy lactonic. I wasn't getting that. I was getting something that smelled super sweet, really powdery, musky, and cheap. Okay, that's just, I feel like the original Yara is either you love it or it's just way too youthful and cheap smelling. This is absolutely 20 times better. And I say that because you are getting the beautiful strawberry. You're getting the original DNA of the original Yara, but this doesn't wear, to me, quite as floral. You actually get something that feels like tonic in texture. You have a lot of caramel in this fragrance, and that truly does set it apart. And I think it's not quite as like dry, powdery, sugary sweet, even though it is very sweet. It's just sweet in a different way. And this is just going to wear a little bit more grown up. Now, when I did my review on this one in my recent Lattafa video, I had a lot of people ask me, is it another Young Bougie Marshmallow? I don't think so, you guys. Like, when I smell Young Bougie Marshmallow, the texture of that fragrance is very different. It's very fluffy, powdery. Yes, you're getting something that has strawberry, vanilla, a little bit of a musky quality from both, but these do not smell like this is not a dupe of Young Bougie. I'm so sorry. Because when I smell Young Bougie, I don't get anything that smells like a Yara DNA, number one. Number two, that one is, I'm sorry, the texture is just way too different. Now, Mallow Madness from Lattafa, absolutely, it is giving Young Bougie. So I feel like if you have Young Bougie Marshmallow, this is not going to be redundant. At least that is my opinion. We all know that noses smell and perceive things very differently. So I feel like if you're on the fence, I would say just maybe try to get a decant, a sample or something, or purchase from a retailer that will take returns. Beautiful, beautiful release. A lot more grown up, much better balance. And I just think this is going to be super successful for the house. I'm already seeing in the comments, a lot of Yara haters are loving the Elixir. So get your nose on this one. I do not think you will regret it. If you love caramel, strawberry, vanilla forward fragrances, not quite as powdery and musky as your original one at all, okay? And it doesn't smell cheap. So that is my take on it. Again, this one is from the house of Lattafa, and this is Yara the Elixir. Now let's get into one. Honey, as soon as I saw it available on the site, I had to go ahead and just blind buy it. You all know how I feel about the original skin from Clean Reserve. It is praline, it is floral, it is skin like musk. It is your skin, but much sweeter, much better. Easy grab and go. One of my favorite casual fragrances. I can wear it to the gym. I'm not gonna bother anyone, but it's one of those fragrances where people liken it to, oh, you're gonna have like this second skin. This wears so much stronger than people think, because the amount of compliments when you overspray the original one, listen, it's giving more than a second skin, okay? And it's actually wearing longer and projecting a lot further than what you perceive that scent to be. This is, oh my God, what they have done is they have captured the original scent. They have made it sweeter. They have made it richer, denser, sensual. Like the first one, she's cute, she's playful, she's girly, she's, you know, sweet and chic. This one is a little sensual. I'm sorry. Like, I just love that they gave us the same scent, but just better. It is intensified. They didn't, you know, switch it up too much. They didn't add all these extra notes. You're getting skin, but it is intense. So it really is delivering on the name. I know that if you love the original one, honey, and you want something that maybe is going to be a little bit better suited for fall and winter, a 30-degree day, here she is. She's very long lasting. She projects beautifully. And this is just like, oh my God, if you are trying to decide which, girl, just go ahead and get the Intense. I'm telling you, because everyone is going to smell this on you. It smells beautiful, and I cannot get enough of how beautiful this one smells and wears. So Skin Intense opens with notes of sea salt and bergamot. You have middle notes of lily of the valley, jasmine, and vanilla, and you have base notes of tonka bean, musk, and sandalwood. Certainly a variation in, you know, the notes that they're providing in reference to, you know, what is listing compared to the original, but I'm telling you, you're going to get a very similar scent, just sweeter and more intense. All right, so this one again is from the house of Clean Reserve, and this is Skin Intense. Now let's talk about one from Parfums de Marly that, in my humble opinion, is better than the original one. Now, do you need them both? I don't know. So Valaya Exclusif is going to give you definitely a very Valaya DNA, but to me, this one, it doesn't wear with the same brash muskiness as the original one. It is softened because you have a really powdery vibe to this fragrance compared to the original one. You're getting that same gorgeous, you know, white floral, slightly dialed back akigala wood, and that same mix of beautiful, clean fruitiness, that brightness, that effervescence essence that you get from the original Valaya, but it is powdery. Like, that is how I would best describe it, because it's not going to veer off too much to where it feels like a different fragrance. Almost like if you consider the difficulty that people had with the original Delina, the way it wore, and how people really do sometimes just vibe much better with the powdery exclusive version of Delina, I would say it's going to be the same type of situation. So this one for me is just a lot more versatile. I really don't have to think about, oh my God, where am I going? Is this gonna be too much of a beast mode scent? I want to smell feminine, clean, a little fruity, a little citrusy, bright, musky, powdery. That is what this brings, and I cannot get enough of how beautiful this is. This dent has caught up with the original one. Now, the original one is going to wear a lot louder, a lot more beast mode, but if you want something that kind of deviates from that, you know, away from such loudness, such boldness, then you will absolutely love the exclusive. This is just one I pull for a lot more often now that I have it compared to the original one. Honestly, I really don't pull for the original one much, and I do love the original Valaya, but to me, this one is just, it's just giving, you know, very soft, grown woman energy without doing too much and trying too hard. All right. So again, this one is from the house of Parfums de Marly, and this is Valaya the Exclusive. Now let's talk about a designer fragrance that I have recently got into my collection this fall, and it is a stunning fragrance. The bottle is stunning. The juice is stunning. I am not a Libre fan, okay? But I was gifted the Libre Vanille Couture. And truth be told, I was still going to get my nose on this because I really do love what they did with Libre, the Parfum, Le Parfum. I did not like the Intense, tried it, decluttered it. Definitely wasn't a fan of the original Libre. It's just like this boss girl, power, like lavender, clean, white floral, but boss babe. Without a doubt, it's just not my cup of tea. It was giving fougere. Baby, this one is just so much better. I feel like if you're looking for a Libre that really does focus on the vanilla, much more so than the Intense, much more so than the La Parfum, this is the one you need to get with. And it's very strong. Like, I feel like probably all of the other Libres, well, at least the ones I've smelled, great lasting power, great performance, and without a doubt, it's going to give that vanilla as it dries down center stage. This is definitely one I will say try it on your skin if you're trying to figure out if this is really going to be different, because a lot of people were saying, oh, it smells very much so like the original Libre. Huh? When it starts to dry down, this is going to wear so sweet and dense and rich and vanilla forward. I didn't get any of that from the original. So definitely give it time, let it do its thing on your skin, and then make that determination. I will say, you know, within about 30 minutes, you will really be able to see what the scent is going to give, and, you know, as far as the dry down, but a vast improvement upon the original one in my opinion. So this one has notes of bourbon vanilla, orange blossom, lavender, vanilla caviar, and rum. As you can see, the note breakdown is a lot more simplified from the La Parfum, and it really does come across in this scent. It's going to be not so much in your face with the orange blossom, even though it's definitely giving orange blossom, okay? This one is rich and warm because you have that rum, that bourbon vanilla without a doubt. It doesn't have the honey mentioned, the saffron, the spiciness. So it's just simpler, but I think it's sweeter, and it's beautiful, but better than any Libre that I've smelled, okay? That's just my opinion, honey. You might not agree. So try it for yourself and see, you know, how your skin plays with it, but I'm loving this one. Again, this one is Libre Vanille Couture limited edition from Yves Saint Laurent. So last but certainly not least is, I cannot even believe it, Guidance 46. I can't believe it, but the way that I obsessed and raved about the original Guidance, you could not pay me to think that they could improve upon perfection, honey. But if the Guidance is a perfect score 100, this one is getting bonus points from Auntie Sharita. So this fragrance, Guidance 46, absolutely giving you guidance, okay? But I feel like it is guidance but smoother. It is guidance but perfected. They're giving you all of the original deliciousness. So you got the hazelnut, you got the saffron, you got the akigala wood, you have that same rose, you have a little bit of a cleaner woodiness because they've added the Georgie wood, okay? And I feel like the akigala wood is dialed back just a bit. So this one though, definitely beast mode, 12, 16 hour wear. You're going to get that beautiful performance. To me, this one is not going to be quite as loud and as brash, but you're getting that same beautiful scent, just smoother, okay? I don't know about this whole 46% perfume content. I don't know, okay? I don't know what would be the point of trying to make Guidance like last longer or thick. I don't know what the intent was behind, you know, the 46 of it all. I'm just telling you what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a difference in texture, and that is the biggest thing that I can kind of just drive home to you. So if you feel like the first one did not work out for you because of, okay, girl, the scent is just, it's too woody, it's too brash, it smells like BO, give this one a try. Give this one a try. I had so many guidance haters say, you know what, I just went on ahead and tried it, Sharita, and I love it. Some actually prefer the original. So at this price point, honey, please get a sample. I don't see why you would not, because they have samples available. So try before you buy it. But I feel like if you love the original one, you will absolutely love this one. At the same time, if you did not like the original one, chances are you may vibe with it. So be sure to check it out. A Love For Me will always be in my collection from the House of Amouage Guidance 46. All right, you guys, so that is my video for today. Please drop me a line below and let me know fragrances that you feel like the spin-off, the flanker, the intense, the extrait version of it all was just better than the original one. Again, all of the original versions of these I love, maybe with the exception of this one, not a fan, but these are better. They are just better according to me. All right, so get your nose on them if you are curious about any of them. I stand behind them and I love them. So be sure that you are subscribed, you guys. Make sure notification is turned on and set to all so you don't miss any of my uploads, because your girl is trying to get these videos out to you for the remainder of 2025. So I will be busy, and I would love for you to enjoy this content as much as possible. It has been real. I love you all, YouTube. I will see you guys on the next one.